if you and your partner hasn't been having sex, how many days should you start worrying? So you guys stop doing the right? But after how many days when it start getting a little bit suspicious that you guys haven't been doing it, that you should start worrying?
Mm,
I have an answer for that.
I feel it's if you're in a relationship, it's all about like communication. Like sometime in life, you are having a period of stress with work, for example, and shit like that. So you don't have like a sex drive, and it's not because like you don't like the person anymore. It's because your mind is busy somewhere else. So your sex drive is super low, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel if there's no communication and you feel that your partner is kind of distant with you, it's whenever you feel that way that you need to speak up about it. Because sometimes it's not about that at all. It's very like something else going on in their life, and it's very important to talk about this. And even though it's a sometime like I feel like when I was in a long like relationship, sometimes this for myself, I'm talking about myself. I have a period of my time where my sex drive was super high and sometimes super low,
Mm-hmm.
and like it just happened. And sometimes you want to fuck every every day and shit, and sometimes it's like a week or 2 3 weeks pass and you just don't feel like it. But there's a lot of stuff can affect this, and not just your partner. So it's not doesn't mean it's the partner problems or your relationship is in danger. I just feel you need to talk about it and not be ashamed to feel this way. You just need to talk and the when and talk about it when you feel like it. So if it's been 2 days and you feel this way, talk already about this. So you will have the answer, and you will not like spin in your head about like making story without like the other person like reason.
Yeah, I like that. I also think it depends upon
Yeah.
how often like you already have sex. So if you're
Mm.
like an everyday like couple, then I'd say honestly like a couple of days is already long enough. You should be trying to like say, hey, what's going on, right? But if you're someone who doesn't have sex like all the time, like it really depends upon like what your rhythm is. And based on that, then you should be worrying. So if like you have sex like twice a week or every day, like it depends on that. So you should be like maybe not worrying, but concerned and find out like what's going on. Because I agree with Rosalie, like some things could be happening in life, like you just are not, you're not in the mood. Like you're dealing with work, you could be dealing, who knows, or there's something going on you didn't tell your partner about. So everything, there are so many things that affect sex. So I think it depends upon how you are, how sexual you are with your partner, or what if you're single,
Yeah.
if you're out there and whatever you're doing, like if you're like having your little one night stands like every other day, or if you're like have a like just like a go to where you're just like you have your go
Mm.
to sex partner and it's like 2 3 times a week. So it really depends upon your like sexual schedule, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it.
How
Yep.
do you got something for this?
Yeah, I actually agree with everything that the two of you mentioned. I think that's what it is. It's if you're doing it every day. But on top of like how frequently you do it, um, I think the issue isn't just worrying about how many days. It's also can you both reignite the fire after a few days? Because
Mm.
I've had my horrible days at work, and I've had my horrible days with family, but sometimes good sex can really heal. So it depends, like, how intimate
Mm.
are you with your partner? Like, for example, I used to be in a relationship a few years ago for 3 years, and I always separated everything personal that was going on with me because I felt like that had nothing to do with the sex. It was just something him and I did to be intimate and connect. And that was our way to show our love for one another as well. So if I had a
Mm-hmm.
terrible day at work, it actually made us want to have sex more. Or if, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but if I ever had an argument with them and I wanted to fix things, sometimes makeup sex was like a great thing. If we don't have sex for like a few days after an argument, we're like, you know what, let's just have sex and let's just make up.
But it's not toxic though. I feel like my toxic relationship, the sex was amazing because we were always staying, fighting, and the makeup. That's why I stand. Because the fucking dick and after like fighting sex was so great, you know?
Yes, and I think it's also it could be both.
Kay is laughing because it was like, I've been toxic just for the great pussy.
That's not why I'm laughing. But I'm laughing because of like, sorry to interrupt yours, but I'm laughing because of like, my ex used to fucking get me angry on purpose because she loves.
So she could
that's
have like
toxic.
angry sex or
Yes,
makeup
because
sex.
she loves
Oh,
the
yeah.
angry version of me. Because that's when I was like,
Oh.
what the fuck? And then
Right.
and then we start to have like rougher, more aggressive sex. But then one time, like I grabbed her, like or just pushed her aside to the bed because she was trying to like tickle my neck, and then like she'll do things just to piss me off and say stuff, right? Or like you know, just there's certain things I don't want to expose what it is, but she'll say to me just to get under my skin.
She said,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm like
remember the time
waiting.
when she kind of
I'm
like
waiting for
she
Marco
was,
to
yeah.
say.
Remember that time? Because she was like, I was telling you guys the story, and then she just like when I grabbed her, and she just kind of looked at me with a smirk, and then she stick her tongue out like that because she says that like she always liked that version of me, like the look that I have when I'm angry. Remember?
She
And then,
like that angry,
yeah,
like rough,
but
like
she
creepy
does it.
sex.
Yeah, she only does it once in a while, but when she does it, like because to her it's like she likes to get it in like little increments, not like all the time, or else she'll get like, I guess out of character or just like get bored of it. If you know like if you eat something too much, you know, eat something. All right. Anyway, so
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so that's why like the moment that Kare was saying that like angry sex, I just put my head down because I could just hear her sticking her tongue out when I like grabbed her, and then she's like, "Yes, this is it. This is when he's gonna fucking slam me." And then yeah,
she was like,
yeah. And later she tells me that like I just like it when you're angry, and I was like, you know, I don't get angry that easy. It's like I know, but I know every single way to push your buttons to make you do it. And I was like, oh my god,
Oh, that's triggering. That's so toxic.
Well, okay, so I actually beg to differ on the toxic part, just because
she
for me,
apologizes after because she's just doing it on purpose. Yeah.
I feel like it's more toxic if you allow resentment to cost you from having sex for X amount of days. So for me and my ex were kind of a little bit immature, so we'd hold resentment and anger towards one another, and we would withhold sex from one another. So sometimes just getting over the fact that we're
punish.
angry for no reason, or we're, you know, having these strong emotions. Yeah, shit happens. Let's just have sex and make up and let's forgive each other and just move on. Because if you don't, that can actually kill the sex. Because it happened to me where, like, if I didn't talk about it or try to fix it or even have makeup sex, I just, like, over time started getting more and more dry. I couldn't get wet. You couldn't get hard. And it's like, well, we've let the anger and resentment get a little too far. So sometimes it's okay to add a little bit of fun, add a little bit of sex, if there is tension, to fix the conflict. Satisfy and de-stress the two of you and remind you that the two of you still are there for each other. But yeah, that's my take on that.
That's a good take.
Yeah, I didn't have that kind of relationship, unfortunately. So
The French, and every time that it gets dry for you, you just go.
I feel attacked because it's so true.
Now say cold for me in French one more time. Works like a charm. All right, guys. What's how many days do you guys think you should start worrying if you're not doing that? Never been in that situation, honestly. Oh.
Okay, brag.
No. The reason why is because you say 10 Hail Marys and call it a night. when I think back at it, right, my last ex, she was super stressed out, right? Because she went to school at MIT, like literally exams almost every fucking day, right? Mm-hmm. So I think she was doing it out of stress, out of necessity. Yeah. So there were some days where she was just fine, no tests, whatever. She was chilling. didn't have any, right? So when she was stressed out, we would always get together and just do it. De-stress. Yeah. But again, we still did it on a regular basis, but I never forced it on her. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, yeah, that's the reason why I really can't think of it. How if we haven't had, because I've never had to think about it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. But I did it. We still did it on a constant basis, not daily, but constantly. But yeah, no, I really can't think of anything. Michael?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got nothing either because my last relationship it was very frequent, but it wasn't. Once our relationship got very rocky and it was reaching its end, that's when it was very less frequent. So yeah, it really depends on the couple, and it depends what the problems are going on.
Like we didn't have a schedule. We're like, okay, Friday we're gonna do this position, right? Yeah. And then Sunday we're gonna meet up again and do this position. No, things like that. It just happened. Would it be interesting to see your chart? It's like Kama Sutra Saturday.
Like a Christmas calendar instead of like chocolate.
Here you go, Boo. Study that position because we're gonna practice this on Saturday.
What? You're on your period this week? Blowjob week. Uno reverse card. Oh my God! Bend down and touch your ankles Saturday. Where are you?
Wow.
Yeah. Get stuff like a croissant stuff for Sunday. Coming up with the fucking weird names. Okay, I'm sorry. I think for me, when I looked at this question, the only thing I could think of is that like I'm thinking the person who asked this was probably thinking that like, what if they lost interest in that person and that they're seeing someone else?
Like cheating.
I think that's what I thought of when I looked at the question.
But talk to the person to know, or stalk them. Stalk the phone when they're sleeping and stalk the messages.
Oh my gosh! Like I don't have the energy for that.
So for me, I think the part that you should start worrying, it's give or take. I want to say if it's been a month. Yeah, like a month. Right? If it's been a month and you guys still see each other, and it's obviously within a month's time that you still have time to do things, right?
Yeah, a month with dry month, like no flirting, no like sex, like text, no nothing. I would be worried. Like if you see a distance of affection and intimacy. Yeah. It's because now the attention and intimacy that they were giving to you, it always has to. There's an outlet. It always has to go somewhere, right? So I'm thinking that no longer that you're getting it, like that person, and that she is giving it, or he, is giving it to someone else. So there's another outlet. So he's giving it to someone else, right? And the intimacy, the attention, all that stuff. Now you're not getting it, and I feel as if like if it's been a month and they just gotten that cold, I guess you can kind of say. Right? Then I think that's when you should start questioning it because I made this mistake before about ignoring my gut feeling. And ever since I made that decision, when a person gets out of character, I start to listen more to my gut feeling that, yeah, maybe this is kind of weird. It's been a month and there's plenty of time that we could have been intimate. It doesn't even have to be sex. It's just intimacy, right? Or attention. Now, yeah, exactly.
There's an outlet. She's giving it to someone else because a girl's attention is also a currency. So that currency is being cashed out somewhere else. It's not towards me. So that I would say it was within a month. Then I would start thinking that, of course, it's assuming, which is bad. But I would think that, I think there's someone else in the picture. So I want to say a month if the attention and the currency is going somewhere else because the time span. The attention span of people nowadays are very short. It's not as long. Before back then, a month or 2 months or whatever, people haven't been getting intimate and stuff like that.
I totally agree.
That would be fine, but with the newer, younger generations or people, anything like that, their attention span is long.
Everything is so
probably
fast
getting
now.
Their feelings validated by someone else, their reassurance by someone else now, because now you're not that person. It's been redirected to someone else. So I want to say a month. If that's what that question is, because I'm just assuming, because that's what I thought that question was.
I didn't. you mentioned this question. I didn't think of like this person they're being cheated on. I just feel like this person's going through a dry period and they're
Yeah.
just going through a rough patch in the relationship.
Yeah, I thought of that too. Yeah.
They're just kind of separated. A
Yeah,
little bit.
I thought of that too, but then the key word was worrying, right? And then that's when I was like, oh, because why else would you worry about a person at all? You know what I mean?
Unless
Like,
you have trust issues.
Yeah, so that means that there must have been something that caused the worry. You know what I mean? So that's probably it. It's probably like I think it's that. It could be that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, honestly, I just think because even with worrying, it's just sometimes people are going through tough times in their life where
Yeah.
they just end up going through a dry period, and then once they get whatever's on their chest off of it, then
Mhm.
it just improves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I thought about how I live a busy, hectic schedule, and my partner at the time, she lived a hectic schedule because she was going to school to be a pharmacist, and I was working full time to support other people and her. And we both have like these crazy, hectic lifestyle that like we only saw each other sometimes once a week or sometimes bi-weekly,
Okay.
right? But even if so, we still had time to be intimate. And well, I was like thinking that like even with that type of crazy hectic lifestyle, it takes 3 seconds to respond to a text, and a quickie for most people was
I
only
thought you
5 minutes.
I thought you were gonna say 3 seconds for a quickie for you. I was like, goddamn.
Oh,
I was like 3 seconds. Damn, like
time, right? But like,
Lightning McQueen.
the guy like, yeah, fucking back up. Anyway, so that's what I thought about it when I thought about this question. This is the only way that that's why I'm like, this is probably why a person will worry, because being busy could be an excuse too.
Yeah.
Like there might be some truth to it, but then again, where's all that currency going to? That's what I was thinking.
okay, what question are we on?
I want to
Same
bring
question.
like one specific scenario before
Oh.
we move on. If the woman is pregnant, should you have sex with her? And how long should you wait? Or is it normal to have sex while she's pregnant? Or
What? Someone's pregnant?
no, like
I've never seen that girl in my life.
When it's pregnant, that's where their
Sorry.
hormones really kick in, and they're like always.
You know
It's just a
what?
reaction from here.
If your dick never tipped the head of the baby, you have a small pee-pee. Just saying. So it's okay.
I've always had a fear of having sex with a girl.
Yo,
What are you afraid of? Them having a weird shaped head?
I don't want to
baby
be
on my
pregnant because it's so
weird
gross.
shaped head. You fucking hit yourself with it. Against the wall. Don't come out!
You're like, knock knock, who's
That's
there?
what I hear from most
Daddy
most of my
bitch.
guy friends. They're afraid they're gonna like hit the baby with their dick. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
That's just
that sounds
horrible.
pretty real, man. I don't want to stab the fucking baby.
No.
Okay.
Comes out with like fucking dents all over its head or something.
Yeah, when women are pregnant, that's when they're usually the most horniest.
I believe it, but
Look at this
Yeah,
soft
like
spot.
emotions. Yeah, everything.
Kids have too many soft spots.
I kind of want to get pregnant. Fuck for 3 months.
Just to
get an
have sex?
abortion, just to know how horny I can get.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
That's
Okay.
a good outlook, Rosealy.
I'm just
Don't
gonna.
knock it till you try it.
Right.
Yeah, she's already knocked up. What difference does it make?
Rosalie,
Are you promoting
Rosalie can
yourself,
document it on
Marco?
Twitter.
3 months before.
All right, first of all, for the record, guys, you can have intercourse while they're pregnant. Okay, just letting you know, it's safe. It is
Did you
safe.
just say you can or you cannot?
You can.
I mean, she
Yes, you
cannot
can.
get pregnant twice, so you're good. You can.
Yeah. So just to answer this question. So wait, hold on. So now I forgot the question because Jay was talking about soft spots on the head. Wait, Connor, what was the question again? So those guys not like to have sex? Wait, was it with the pregnant? What was it again?
It was sort of like, let's say the scenario.
Uh-huh.
You have a pregnant girlfriend.
Oh,
and
fuck.
your
Oh,
wife,
sorry. Go on.
And, like you said, they're usually horny. And her nature is to be horny, and all of a sudden she loses feelings for you or is going through something and doesn't have sex during pregnancy. As a man, would you be understanding if it goes on for like 5-6 months? Like, oh yeah, she's pregnant. Like, I'm not gonna do that to her. Or, like, how long would you wait?
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Q's answer and call backup. Look at Q. Call backup.
Would you be more patient with her because she's pregnant?
I would.
I'll be fine. I have a
Because I have
backup.
that fear. But maybe blowjobs are every now and then, maybe. But
Yeah, or a pocket pussy or something
I'm putting
like
the
that.
seal on that bitch.
Or a flashlight. Or a couch. Don't ask.
Pussy.
I don't want to. But I'm not now.
Oh, do you think it's a good present if your girlfriend mold her pussy to make a pocket pussy for you when she doesn't want to have
Okay,
sex?
first of all, I never thought of that as a gift, but that's interesting.
A movie where a bunch of like college kids made a mold of their dicks and they were selling them to all the college girls.
Like in Bad Neighbors.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. That's the one. Dicks in our
The one made a 3D version.
The only thing
That's
I remember of Bad Neighbors is it not like John Cena having like alcohol drowned to his
Yeah.
ass?
But I believe,
So good.
as far as I know, I believe most guys have Googled this before, or searched for the answer and asked doctors. So most guys don't have sex with their girls while they're pregnant because of the fear until they actually get a scientifically proven answer. So they don't have sex and they're kind of respectful of it because they don't want to risk the pregnancy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing.
So that's usually it. But for the guys who do know that you can get lucky during pregnancy and it's still the same, right?
Yeah, like it's not supposed to affect the pregnancy at all.
Yeah.
So
That's super rough with manhandling.
Yeah.
Well,
Obviously.
can't do.
Can't just like hit her off the bed or something or bondage, whatever. I don't know.
I can't
But
fly off the top rope.
She just needs to run into a corner of the table and you go in fine.
Tombstone punch.
can't do anything off the stairs.
A little push.
you just have to get really creative.
Yeah.
You know, there's new positions you can try.
Oh yeah. Like you ever had your name being whispered over a mountain?
Or
Have you ever tried the?
or like you
rocking
say,
chair?
Kay, call for backup. Have backup. No, I'm just
Yeah, call backup. Is your sister available?
Have you ever tried the rocking chair where she has her legs spread open on a rocking chair, and you stay in one spot and let her vagina like enter you in and out?
There's something about you and writing. I swear to
oh my gosh, like Jay, that's so
you and writing,
detailed.
Jay. First it was a bicycle trail.
Jay,
now the
you've
walking
been there.
trail.
Jay has
rocking
been there for sure.
Like visually, I'm picturing that. Jay.
Yeah, but it's still like,
I mean, you can try that on a swing.
Yeah. I was thinking, why did you think of a swing? Yeah. Oh my gosh, or a hammock
like, hey,
or
why'd you
something.
throw a swing in the bed? Don't ask questions.
For the cat.
She had a backup and she was ready.
Damn, that was quick.
Cat's gonna be swinging on.
I don't have a cat.
Swinging on insisting cat.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Like
All
a
right.
wrecking cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, right.
Anyways,
Okay.
Next
next
question.
question.
Okay.
You're like,
Same thought.
Mhm.
I completely forgot what the question was anyway. Yeah.
It was about pregnancy.
it's like, what year is it in?
Okay. So what do you guys think is more attractive, right? So I'm going to change that word to person because it makes more sense. What is more attractive? That the person tries in the beginning that you're interested, right? Such as fast replies, they give you all this attention like phone calls and compliments, all that stuff. Or is it vice versa? You think it's more attractive. You're the one pursuing the person that you're interested in. The person. So do you like being chased or you prefer to be the one chasing? That's basically how the question kind of goes. Or another way to reframe it. Which one is more attractive to you? So imagine that person.
I prefer to be chased than chastened because I get bored very easily. In a way that, like, if you're not like into me, because it's a way of my attachment style as a person. If you avoid me, I will be like, I don't want that. Like, I want you to be into me. So if you don't give me attention, if you don't respond, if it takes too much time, I will be like, you know what? It's okay. I'm not interested anymore. I prefer to be chased. I prefer to know that the person is into me, so I can spend my energy into that because I already know, Then in reverse, where I chase someone, I will be spinning in my head and be super anxious that is he into me or not, even though I'm clear or not, And I've been in this position and I've been chasing and being freaking honest, like telling like I'm here for you to know you and blah blah blah, and the guy still play with me. So I'm just like, I prefer to get chased instead. That waste my energy into chasing people. So that's my answer.
So you find the other person that you're chasing more attractive because, no, sorry,
Yeah, it's my
sorry, the
choice.
person that's chasing you is more attractive.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
then the guy that you're chasing is less attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
I'm 50-50.
Mhm.
I like having a little play of give and go. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I'm chasing for a bit, and then
You're so hot and cold
And
too,
they're
Marco.
like-
He's so hot.
Called you
Yo,
out.
that guy.
I'm with Marco.
That guy will be
I agree with
giving me
Marco.
attention after podcast every time, and after that going cold, and I get bored, and I'm like, bro, I'm out. I don't want to give you attention anymore.
no, I like giving some chase,
Okay, he's dying.
but then I like being chased a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it to me it feels a little playful.
Yeah, but if you don't chase back, the girl get bored. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to keep chasing and chasing. She needs to have a result.
You guys want to have a side comment after this or something? Like you guys are.
I agree. Like you both need to chase,
Yeah.
chase each other.
Oh, okay, so you're 50-50 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. Jake?
I am too. I agree with Marco.
Okay.
Like I like both.
Because
I want to chase and I want to be chased.
exactly,
You know?
it's fun. It's more fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if you're old,
And
because it's like how sorry, that's how like Rosalie explained it. She's always chasing someone, and they're just playing these games with you. Then it gets boring. But when there's you guys are chasing each other, it just makes it a bit more fun and playful.
I agree. And I think like
But you need to keep that away. But the fact is, like, sometime it get dead. I think that's what. And I will not be the one spending energy to always chase down to keep that same level of 50-50. I think that's why.
yeah, if it's one-sided, yeah, it's not 50-50. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'll say this too, like even let's just say like you have sex like right away. You can still like play the 50-50 game. Like especially if you're still interested in each other and you want to like have this person like to be your partner or you want to keep having sex with them, like you can still chase each other.
Yep.
And I think that a lot of times people think like, oh, we already had sex. So, whatever. Like they know everything about me, but they don't know everything about you. So the cool part is that, yeah, you had sex. Let's just say it's great sex. Okay. So you had great sex, but then it's even greater when you had great sex and then you're trying to like find things out about each other in kind of like a mysterious way. Like I like the whole let's chase each other because I think that adds a little bit of a lot of flavor to like the relationship and it helps you be a little more creative. Like I would personally like create like incredible dates just because I want to be able to like chase that person, But I definitely want to reciprocate it. Like I don't want to be the chaser and never getting chased. Like then, yeah, I'm bored then.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like just to add what Q said, because like let's say like what you said, then you give it like a day, no one like messages, or like say you're messaging someone and then you don't message them for a day, then the following day they like message you like randomly, then that just kind of brightens up your day too. You know what I mean? So then they'll chase you for a bit, and then it'll kind of stop, and then you chase, like you know what I mean? It makes it more playful that way. So when you get when you get that unexpected test from the other person, it just makes your day better.
Yep.
It's like freeze tag. And it's cold out here.
I'm taking notes.
Hi, Jay. This guy's got.
So, my take on this, I neither chase or expect the chasing. I'm a neutral person. And maybe it's the Scorpio moon in me. However, I've met all types of guys that will text me and call
Did
me.
you say Scorpion moon?
Oh no, you girls better not start that going.
So let me explain. So I've met so many men who call me, text me, spam me, give me all the attention,
Uh-huh.
and they
Mm.
actually aren't interested. They chase after me, but they don't actually want me. Maybe they just want friendship.
Mm.
Maybe they just want to have sex. Maybe they're just lonely and they just want someone to vent to. So that's why I play it neutral. Do a little bit of the back and forth, but the texting, the calling, the messaging doesn't do it for me. I sense the energy in person. And if in person and if they keep up consistently that person that they're coming out to be, and it turns out that that's who they are and it's not a facade, it's having that level of discernment. Because in my experience, I've dated military men that on the first date, they're spamming me, calling me, texting me for a week.
Love
Even
bomb.
even men, yeah, love bombing is the thing. They say they want to marry me, they want to have my kids. Next day, ghosted. Next day, blocked. So sometimes, as a woman, it's important to discern if the man you're talking to is talking to you because they actually want to be with you, or if they're just actually bored and want attention. Because there's a lot of narcissistic men.
Exactly.
So that's why I say I'm neutral. Um, and I don't find it attractive if like a guy messages me super quickly or if I chase. I don't really care about that. I don't even use that to discern. You know what I mean? Because there's all types of fake people out there that they want something from you. So that's my take.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
Solid. Jay, what are you doing? Going to church?
Yeah.
And it goes to
Pray,
right after
pray
that.
to the Virgen of Guadalupe. You know?
Go to an
So-
antique shop looking for a rocking chair?
Big collections. Apple.
Not like there was a rocking chair outside in front of your house.
Oh, this fucker. I sat on that
Hey,
chair.
we don't talk about that. We got two rocking chairs. Anyway. Gonna have to go with the 50-50 one on this one. But honestly, it depends on the level of difficulty. So what I mean by that is, if I hate playing mind games. I hate that shit.
Oh, same.
Yep, I
hate this.
agree.
I'm too
I fucking hate
stupid.
mind games. So
I'm too
if
stupid.
they start fucking around like, oh, like he, like, you know, I'm being mysterious and all that. Like, cut the shit. You're a fucking grown woman. You should know what you want. Go for it.
Fuck with the difficulty in heart.
Damn, daddy.
And if you're gonna text me all the time, at least text me and make plans to meet up. Because I actually do like being in front of the person more than just texting all the time. That's just me. Like that's all these guys. I almost barely text at all.
That is true.
And if I text back, it's probably like hours or even a day later.
Yeah, because if you just
So.
text and never meet, that's just at that point they just become a pen pal.
It's kind of
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, but sometimes there's a border, you know? So it's pretty hard to see each
No,
other.
that's true. There are situations where, unfortunately, that's long distance. But if you're getting to know someone, they live somewhat close, or you can meet up with them at a certain place physically, then I would rather do that instead of just staying around my phone or having my phone glued to at all times. I don't know. So that's just me.
I think it's going back to your style of attachment in a relationship. And like, guys, if you don't know, I'm talking about the listener right now. If you don't know what is your attachment style and what is this kind of like philosophy about relationship, I recommend to listen some other podcasts like the CEO Diary, where they talk about this, so you kind of know what you are. And I really believe in that kind of stuff where there's the seeker people, the anxious attachment style, and the avoidant attachment style, and kind of like lead of what kind of person you are in a relationship. and what kind of like way you act when you start having a relationship or start having like feelings for someone else or just start dating or just start texting or shit like this. And I feel it's really nice to know how to work on yourself to be more a seeker attachment style, where you don't depend on someone, where you don't need this dopamine of like giving attention or receiving this attachment, or if you're an avoidant style where you have commitment issue, where it's coming from and shit like this. So I suggest to learn more about this so you can see where you are. Are you more a chaser one or a pleaser one, or one getting chased, and where you want to fit in that kind of shit. And I feel like for myself, I'm an anxious attachment person. So I know my bad habits are I like to get attention, to get that kind of like dopamine that it gives me. And this is bad, right? So you can work on this to see like, if I want to really have a healthy relationship and become secure, is to give that kind of love to myself first. And to learn to have those kind of tools too that will help you to break those kind of circle. Because I feel like chasing and being chased right now with social media, with the web, it's really like another game, like you said, Jay, with the mind games, and also like fake people and manipulator and bad people around here. And it's kind of notice the green and red flags about those kind of stuff, because I feel dating life were way much easier in a way when it was like in the 90s and 2000, when your circle was your life, you know, like your town was kind of like what was happening in your social life. And if you want to meet people, you needed to go out in real life. But now you kind of you can meet anyone's from anywhere. So it's kind of hard to figure it out. And I feel it develops those kind of like energy, and like if I talk about like DMs and shit like that, and like waiting for someone because you're getting chased, that kind of dopamine that gives you is very like not good. Like I don't say like the way I'm acting is healthy and a good way to act, but it's the way I prefer. But it's not good, you know? So I feel like to learn more, if you're a chaser or you like to getting chased, to learn more why and why to learn why you want to be like this or why you are like this, you need to learn more about your attachment style and how to work on yourself also to figure it out.
Yeah.
So being 50-50, I feel it's a like a mature way to see the stuff that I'm not already there. So I'm really proud of you guys because I am in that way. I still need to work on myself.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also hate texting for long periods of times, because when you do meet up, there's nothing to talk about because you just spilled all your everything you had to talk about right there on text. So it kind of takes away the whole
I feel
like
it's
mystery
way
aspect
more
of it.
fun
Like,
to.
oh, I want to get to know this guy, but here's an entire fucking essay of who he is and what he does. Now there's nothing to talk about.
I printed you my resume.
One of the best interactions
Yeah,
I've ever
totally.
had in a relationship was we wouldn't even text words. We would just text pictures of what we were doing. And it would be super interesting. Like, oh, hey, she's at this place eating this, blah, blah. And that was it. And that's like we were happy because we were showing what we were doing, but we weren't, creating paragraphs.
That sounds fun. That's like the
That's pretty
app
cool.
Rocket.
Mhm.
Where we can send each other pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just think of something else. All right.
I need to pee.
What
I'll
about
be
you,
right back.
Peg?
I was gonna skip this question.
All right, let's skip it.
I mean, I have an answer, but I feel like if I say the answer, I'm gonna expose myself too
We'll go to
much.
the
I mean, you've already been exposed many times.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so true. Wait,
I mean,
what
I'll
question are
answer
you
it.
skipping?
I'll answer it. So,
What question are you skipping?
Which one is more attractive? Let's see.